Great. So here we are
Oh,
again.
just a second. Sorry, my sound is off.
Okay,
There we go. I can hear.
good. Great. So here we are back. We're joined by freshman Will Black, tenor voice. And what is it? Legato we're working on now, right?
Yeah.
Good. So legato. Okay. It took me a long time to figure out, and I actually had to have a conductor, choral and symphonic conductor, tell me that don't stop the line even if the music is marked staccato, right? I was actually doing a very difficult piece called Les Noces, The Wedding by Igor Stravinsky, and it's very much in the vein of Rite of Spring, incredibly modern, and there's a lot of sort of disjointed stuff. And I knew what the composer wanted. There's this weird thing where the bass goes really high in falsetto. It's like really high like that, and it's like it's supposed to sound like bird chirps. And I was doing what the music said, singing it incredibly detached and staccato. It's like marked staccatissimo or something extremely staccato, and it was just dying. It was just dying in the hall, right? So he said to me, try and sustain it. If you need a detached sort of affect, do that with the consonants. And that got me thinking, you know, I was always thinking like a teacher even back then. And you have to support through the consonants in order to let the consonants make what's interesting about the music be detached. So, cassette arrivé won't work in a hall, but cassette arrivé, how much air I'm using to support that text makes the percussiveness of the consonants come out even more. So it was like a legato-sized staccato that worked in the concert hall. So I've been working for a while on developing how best to convey a sense of legato for my students so that they can make all choices, that everything is ultimately still connected. Because if you don't connect even a staccato, then the sound will just fall off. So always sing legato no matter what. And find another way to make a percussive staccato if you have to. And that's rare anyway, where you really have to even sing that way. So my feeling of legato is that we're going from vowel to vowel with the consonants kind of as little interjectors. At least that's what I used to think. And now I think that the consonants must actually support the smoothness by being supported at least as much as the vowels. It's easy to support a ah, but it's hard to support a duh, duh. But if it's duh, duh, if it's part of the vowel in terms of how much air it has under it and through it and behind it, then it's easy to do that. So I came up with this thing where I used voice consonants. And for those of you who aren't familiar with these terms, a voice consonant basically means that it's like its unvoiced counterpart, except that it actually has support and pitch. So a T is the unvoiced version of the voiced D. T and D are the same, it's just that D has pitch and support. T just has air. F is a V. F is unvoiced, V is voiced, and so forth. Even sh and j, like vision, and I shouldn't do that. The sh and the j are the same. It's just that one has tone and support or pitch and support and the other doesn't. So I do this series of voice consonants that I use to support and really get my gut in the consonants. So Will, would you say bo, go, do, go, bo?
Go, do, go, bo.
And can you do it without using the jaw? So it's just a bo, go. It's hard because we want to close for the good. We don't have to bo, go. Close for the good or any of the others, then we disrupt the line. Bo, go, do, bo. Right. So bo, go, do. We think we have to close for the B, but it's actually just the lips that have to touch for the B. You can actually do this. Bo, put your finger in and go bo, 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 bo. Just do it with the lips and not moving the jaw at all. Right? So here it is. Here's the exercise. It goes Bo, go, do, go, bo. And I put that da 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 at the end so that you can experience supporting the consonants with your gut, b, g, d, g, and then the freedom of just a vowel, bo, at the end. Getting incredible audio feedback. Can you turn down your gain a little bit? Not sure.
What kind of feedback can you hear me? Or is it like?
It's very robotic.
Okay. Let's see.
Sounds like Destructo from a space movie or something.
This might work. I might be able to connect my wireless headset. I don't know if it'll sound better or worse. I mean, I don't think it'll have feedback, but.
Corey, does that sound weird to you?
Yeah, it sounds very robotic.
Yeah.
Here, let me.
Okay. Just take your time and fix it. It's okay. The wonders of technology. But actually, while he's fixing that, I just want to say it's actually been amazing to be able to work this way for the past couple months. I'm so happy that the internet and everything has been around so that because we made really good progress despite this crazy situation. So
Can you hear me?
still robotic.
Okay. Try to go to settings. Here, I think the best thing to do.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, it's working?
Yep.
Okay, good. If it happens again, I can join on my phone, and I think that'll fix it.
Go, and make sure that the G has connected air tissue, just like the vowel. Go, so that the air doesn't stop to make the G, and the jaw doesn't close to make the G. Frozen. Okay, try it again. You were frozen.
Yeah, you were frozen for me too. I was wondering. Okay. All right.
Good. And make sure that G, D, and B all have the connected tissue of support, just like the vowel. So the support doesn't go bo, go, but bo, go, do, go, bo. It's almost like there are just a different flavor of vowel.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong exercise.
Make sure bo and a bo, bo. Right, keep it chocolatey and dark. So can you get your Niles out and we just do a
Yeah.
couple of phrases? Think through the first stanza, and then we'll work on a few phrases from there.
Okay. I hope this mic will be able to pick it up. Let me just do a sound check.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if we hear the accompaniment. We just
Okay.
Doesn't even.
All right. From the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. Luck is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are something rosy fair. The purchase face and the daintiest hands. I love the grass whereon she stands.
Good. So let's stop there. I mean, let's just state the obvious. First of all, it's a gifted throat, a golden throat, as they say, a gifted throat. It's really good. And you weren't here before, but your former teacher, and she's still your teacher. She'll always be your teacher. Miss Drury was here before, and she was just, when your name came up, she was just like, oh, just so you know. So you were fondly thought of by those who've worked with you before. So there's already a lot to celebrate in your artistry, right? It can be much smoother. So here we go. We're going to work on the first phrase, and then we're going to work on the last phrase. And we're just going to show people how to dissect this and work on phrases. So how do we make something that's disjuncted? Black, black, black is the color. How do we make that smoother? Black, black, black. So you keep the support going between the blacks.
Okay, yeah.
So black, black, black. And you're using your jaw a lot. So minimize that.
Okay. Black, black, black is the color.
So also, if you feel yourself on the going that way, don't keep it forward. Black, but then black, right? A little bit of spreading here. And guys, it's always the muscles that'll give you away. If you feel like you're spreading that way with the lips, then just make it go forward and around. Black is better than black, right?
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
Stop. Corey, unmute yourself and talk about that for a minute.
I mean, that was night and day. I mean, it's very clear how much of a difference that was.
Awesome, right? Did it feel different to sing it that way, Will?
It did. It's even easier, I'd say. You're not fighting your body as much. Yeah.
Yeah. And Corey said night and day. I totally agree. It was suddenly I'm getting like Dr. Nathan Jasinski cello in the voice, blah, 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 instead of like a cymbal, black, clang, clang.
Right.
I mean, it was so different, right? So the bogo-do, it gets the body ready to support this concept. Bogo-do-go, black, black, black. And then when you minimize the timing of the consonants, it makes sense if you're supporting them. Instead of black, 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 it just sounds like I'm rushing through the consonants where I go, bogo-do-go, black, 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 right? So do that again, because it was stupendously good. Do it again.
Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
Now, what if in your head, when you have that instrumental or piano, black if so, and that's not what's played, but I'm making some crap up. But if during that instrumental interlude, piano or introduction, "Bo go do go black" in your head.
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
Talk to me. What I want your perspective of that.
I feel and hear the difference. I actually enjoy it way more. Yeah, I've always struggled with the black because at the beginning, especially
The
because
vowel.
yeah.
It's the vowel, right?
Yeah, and I see now and I feel now how to make it connected because I've always like balanced, like I've just changed, like, oh, I do this, and I find this is finally the thing that's going to help me because I like I
And
tried things and yeah, but I feel it now. Yeah.
do I sing it as round and rich as you just did now all the time? No. I mean, again, I would love to be able to say, yeah, yeah, oh, perfect. I do. You know, that'd be a lie. And I've got recordings to prove it. So it's just being aware that that's the color you're going for. And now you have a tool when you feel like it's going out. And there are different times in your life as a singer where different things are going to be challenges or struggles. And then suddenly that's okay. And then you work on something else. And then this one will creep back up. But you're going to have the tools to know how. It's like whack-a-mole. Singing is like whack-a-mole. Tongue tension, boom, whack it. Jaw tension, whack it. Spread vowels, whack it. It's like, but you have to know what the moles are to be able to whack them, right? So that was excellent. Now, was I love the? Is it grass raunchy stands? Is that it?
Yeah, that last little bit.
I love the grass raunchy stands. Right. So just sing it normally, and let's see what happens.
I love the grass whereon she stands.
That's so pretty. You're using a lot of jaw movement, though. I love the grass whereon she stands. You see how little jaw movement I use there? Try that.
I love the grass whereon she stands.
Really good. Really strong, right? Now, this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the legato, but let's talk the tone choice at the end. You have that, what, 3 or 4 times of ba 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 ba. I'm not saying you should necessarily do this on this or any of them, but what if you wanted to feather it away? What would happen if you started that last note completely in falsetto and then increase the airstream on it until it becomes a mix? I love the grass whereon she stands. Right?
I love the grass whereon she stands.
I like that as an option, right?
I do too.
And you've got 3 or 4 different chances to do it. Just for the heck of it, sing it heroically. I love the grass whereon she stands. I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous choice, but why not?
Yeah.
We're just playing,
I love the grass whereon she stands.
Right. So those are 2 choices. There are a million choices in between those. Play around with it. All right.
Okay.
Good. So, an excellent example of how a simple consonant cluster that is supported, bo, go, do, go, bo, inserted within a phrase or two, bo, go, do, go, bo, I it with Bogota before.
Bogota, I love the grass whereon she stands.
Now, did anybody hear how he suddenly, after getting the gut involved in that last phrase, had more what they call headroom? That's a term they use in recording a lot. But headroom, in this sense, is how much he can play with the head registers. The whole of that last phrase, because he's working like crazy down here, had so much give in terms of being able to feather it that time. And he didn't save it for the latter part of the phrase. It was a progression towards that loveliness instead of just sort of sticking it in, right? I don't even know if you were thinking about it that way, but your body instinctively knew it could get away with it, right? You
Right.
tenors, I don't know. Right. So I want to open it up for any questions or observations or anything that has worked in your singing, or but that was thrilling, right? That is the beginning of real round whatchamacallit, a legato approach, and seeing how that can help you with color choices, right? Great stuff. Great stuff. Any questions, or should we adjourn for 5 minutes or so? Whoa, that's stunning singing. Good stuff.
Thank you. It's really refreshing to me because this is the first piece we worked on in our studio,
Right.
and it's so nice to go back
Yeah.
With refined technique and just make it even better than
Yeah, and that's something we're going to do probably next week. I had a great session with Corey the other day about sort of how to review phrases. And basically, the secret that I use, the secret sauce of my reviewing my music, and I've got a lot to review at my old age, but I never do with an old song more than one phrase a day. I might be working on 7 songs, so I do 7, but in one song, I only do. So like, if I were reviewing this, I have a specific technique where I review it, but I would just review black, black, black. I do it, I'll show you what it is. If I'm doing, I will only do that one phrase, and I will do it half tempo, and I will do bo go do go go. Bo go do go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Almost didn't even get through it. But take a big breath and do that right now. Half tempo.
Okay. Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
Yeah, and I forgot to say, forget emotion, forget heart involvement. And this goes a lot with what Matt Fletcher was saying about resistance training. This is the essence of resistance training. If you do that 4 more times right now.
Okay.
Slow like that.
Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
3 more times. La répétition.
Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
Now, sing it right tempo. Don't even think about it. And by the way, in reviewing, do this too. Black, black,
Okay.
black. Right. Go ahead.
Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
No, just sing it without your hands and all that, and see how much easier it should feel.
Go, black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair.
And then tomorrow, when you're doing la, 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 like 5 times slow bow go to a half tempo, and then you link both phrases together. And then the third day, you do the third phrase, and then you link the first 3 together. So it's a slow process, and you're getting rid of feeling emotion about it. That's not what this is for. This is just to line everything up and make your technique rock granite solid, right? And that's it, and it's cool because it's only 1 phrase a day on that song, and then you've got another song, so you could be working both songs at once, but you're taking it phrase by phrase. That way, every phrase gets the same attention. All right.
Right.
Any questions on any of that? This is stunning work. Good. Okay, great. Give me about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna get some water, and then we'll be back with our next one. Corey, Will, thanks for being here for this. This is great, and I'll see you for Handle in a little while.
All right. Great.
All right, guys, take about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll be back. See you soon.